how does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of
Oh, their
House
Inquisitor has
Harvest,
really pretty
most
eyes.
recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Oh my god,
Suspicious
Cassandra.
friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
I don't know how soon you can flirt with him.
Sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it. And they'll appear first.
They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
1 hour later.
Has it been an hour already?
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country.
Cults?
But this?
Time magic?
Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake. You have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Speaking of time travel,
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
give me
They're
this.
obsessed with you.
All this for me. And I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target.
A fruit
Expecting the trap
basket?
is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
Okay, so there's the
There are
intro.
worse things than dying, Dorian.
Others must wait here.
I don't know how in-depth this goes into, like...
Good to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out. Inquisition
This is like
needs
the whole
mages to
quest
close the
where-
breach, and I have them. So, what shall you? Give you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The elder.
That you felt! Displacement. Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must use our excellent questions.
The problem is I also have no
We'll
idea
find
when you
out,
can
won't
flirt
we?
with him.
Let's look around, see where the
There are
rift
worse things
took
than
us.
death. Oof.
Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
Varric, everyone loves
What was
Varric.
Alexius trying to do?
Varric's coming
I
back in
believe
the
his
next
original
game
plan
too,
was to
right?
remove you from time completely. If that
Okay,
is-
we don't need exposition.
The rift.
Sorry
I'd
guys,
have
I
to
hope you
search
don't
the whole
mind
castle
me
for you,
skipping around.
Alexius.
Now, of all the possibilities.
I
All
want to
that I-
see. I've already played
Let
this
him go, and
quest.
I swear you get what you want.
I won the world.
Oh God, I love this part though.
No.
Like that, I want the world back.
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius. It's the same amulet he...
I don't think you're gonna be flirting with him on this quest. I just really doubt it.
Your elder one.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
Quiet you. Inquisition's
It's
fun.
going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
You'll die. This gives me like the same energy as what's his name in Dragon Age 2? The leader guy and his son.
Well, I'm glad that's over with.
Oh wait, is this Alistair? Wait, who's the king or queen?
Or not.
Grand Enchanter Fiona.
Oh!
Enough.
Why continue to mistreat
Boo!
It is not mistreating them to take reasonable precautions.
Boo!
them? Whatever you call it. The situation
Skip!
Was accomplished.
Skip!
Pragmatism speaks. Here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
If it's not Alistair, I don't want to see that. I mean, Honora's great. Honora's great on her own, but like, I wanted to see Alistair.
Bad idea.
We will not
Awful.
fail.
Don't do it.
we should look into the things you saw.
Means
in this
Ward and
dark
Alistair,
future.
yeah. Okay, we need to get to the
Fascination
flirts.
with
Does anyone
empathy.
know with Dorian when you can start flirting with him? Like, okay.
Equal pieces.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with.
Oh, this is where you
Future or
invite him
present.
in to join.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I like his
I'll begin
shoulder
preparations to
in his
march on
armor
the
is just completely out.
Make a
Like
will,
his shoulder's just
mages will be
completely
enough to
bare.
grant us victory.
I don't think it still appears in Haven. Okay, here we go.
Put a leash on the rebel mages.
I remember he has a lot of
Interesting
things
how
to
they seem
say.
to like the idea. As if it's a relief to be
Like
pinned in
they
again.
he talks a lot.
Can't have been easy. Life on the run.
Obvious to anyone.
Ooh!
I'm well aware of your finer qualities, believe me.
Of course I believe you. The moment I saw you, I thought, there's a man who knows quality. Now, what was that?
There's a man
Ah,
who
yes.
knows quality.
I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally,
Yeah, I like
despise
this
it
armor
all.
too.
The lies, the scheming, the illusions of
The
supremacy.
green.
That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd
Some
live in
unlucky girl.
luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
I haven't seen the Sarah romance either. This video
What do
has a
you
lot
mean
of
by
fluff, they all
generations
do.
of careful breeding.
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make
Yeah, this
House
is really
Parvis
messed up, and it
the
is like
envy of the
Miranda's
Imperium.
story.
They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
Well, we got to see
Getting the
their
impression
first
that
flirt.
You don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squandered
If only
it.
Miranda was
You
gay,
acknowledge
right?
How far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Canary can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people.
Yeah, he gets very
Not
passionate
everyone
about this.
feels
Let's
that way.
skip ahead.
I don't.
It's really hard to tell when the flirts are gonna be.
Why remain with the Inquisition? I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
I never tire of talking about myself. Yep, that's what I'm saying. He's got a lot of
You want
dialogue.
to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. They'll show him mercy. Kicks you in the head! What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
I'm enjoying the show. Oh!
Distracted, that's all.
Distracted? By my wit and charm? I have plenty of
Okay,
both.
reminds me of Jalaxel, kind of. By my wit and charm. That's totally something
Today, at
Jalaxel would
least.
say.
Oh, you wound me.
Today, at
I
least.
always assumed the elder one behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that.
Hello, Fitz.
But here we are.
Morgan, yeah, I bet you
One of
love
those
that
very
analysis.
Magisters, a dark spawn.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
Okay,
You know
so
how
we
it
got
is.
2 flirts.
Not us. They say built upon falsehoods.
I don't know if
knew
we'll
what
get
I was
another one
taught-
in this.
Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way. So, Alexius is dead. All the good he once stood for, his integrity, his beliefs. He betrayed them all. I won't say he didn't deserve death.
I doubt you're gonna flirt with him when you're talking about Alexius's death.
Technicality.
What is the Magisterium exactly?
Is almost as good as
It seems so far like the flirts have been pretty like lighthearted, like, oh, you're charming, you're cute. And then it's like, oh, thank you, I am charming and cute. It's very different from Josephine. He's not getting all like flustered. They're making oof choices. Wait, oh yeah, because you don't have to kill a little Jalaxel vibes, but only a little. Yeah, it's just the like, oh, well, of course I'm charming and witty. You know that Dorian is a much better person. The confidence. It's the confidence. It's the confidence. Okay, let's find the next. Like I said, these characters have a lot of... It's really hard to find, like the Mass Effect videos are so trimmed down, but it seems like the Inquisition ones that I've found, the romances, they're just like everything, like every moment with this character. Demon summoning, blood magic, the slave trading in the Tevinter Imperium. Oh God, this is so bad though, Dorian.
Is better.
This like, oh, of course some slaves are treated poorly, but do you think it's better than inescapable poverty, just like this conversation, which I totally forgot about? Okay. Maybe this will be a flirt scene. Because it looks like they're like checking in on each other. That is why I can't romance him. Yeah, that was not good.
3 ages.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone.
I remember that vaguely, but
Anything interesting?
I don't remember how he responds if you like challenge him on it.
Felix, Alexius's son. He went to the Magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was?
He's dead.
I like the white outfit on the Inquisitor too. See, like this is where you can switch out your outfits.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
Okay.
With the two of you...
Blame Orlais like everyone
Felix
else.
and I?
The whole slave
What
thing,
an
yeah.
odd
That's
question.
really...
No. I had no intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life, by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was
I
the
like
best
how
of
you're
us.
like, oh, did you and
With him
Felix have a
around,
thing? It's like,
You
bro.
knew things could be better.
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome.
Oh. That would have been a great chance to flirt. Although you're just talking
Thankfully,
about death.
Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
Oh, is he talking about you? That's kind of cute.
I could watch you roam Skyhold all day. Here and there you run, checking in on your followers. Why don't they come to you, feed you grapes, rub your shoulders? I suppose it's more fun this way.
Oh.
You're rather strapping.
I've noticed you're rather strapping yourself.
Of course you have. That only takes eyes.
Luckily, I have them.
It's like I just want to eye roll.
You do. A rather fetching pair.
Okay, his eyes
At any
are
rate,
really
you
pretty.
didn't pass by to hear me fawn. Something on your mind?
You said
So he
Alexius
gives you a
was
lot of
mentor yours.
compliments.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally. Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption, how we could one day make real change in the Imperium. And then he
I do pass by to hear him
Gave up.
fawn. That's what I'm saying. He's like very
stopped trying.
Why did he give up?
On
gives
the
a lot
journey
of
to
compliments.
Hossberg, a darkspawn. I was furious. I fit in.
Situation. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son.
Oh my god.
They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They
Not
fear if
this.
Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped.
This is so
what
bad.
kind of meat
Okay.
foreigners
Well, we
on
can
a
skip through
crusade?
the mother
We must try.
Are you sure this isn't
Giselle
some kind of trap?
stuff.
If he truly does not wish,
Proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter.
Oh yeah.
I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
Imagine if that happened.
That would be hard to do while I stood there.
He expects me to travel with Mother Giselle, although Maker knows why he'd think I would. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that.
And kill
If not,
everyone.
I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Oh, you don't say. He already talked about
Interesting
that.
turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married. Because you left.
That too.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Oh god. Let's see how they handle this. I don't know if you can say
Uh-oh. Nobody's here. This doesn't bode well.
anything differently if you're in a romance with him.
Dorian.
Father. So the whole story about the family retainer was just, what? A smokescreen?
Then you were told. I apologize for the deception, Inquisitor. I never intended for you to be involved.
I just meant to deceive my son.
Of course not. Magister Parvus couldn't come to Skyhold and be seen with the dread Inquisitor.
He does have a nice
What would
voice.
people think?
We say that about a lot of people, like, ah, they
Ambush,
suck, but their
kidnapping?
voice.
Warm family reunion?
This is how it has always been.
It is a nice voice. I never thought about it.
You went through all of this to get Dorian here. Talk to him.
Yes, Father. Talk to me. Let me
It's
hear
daddy
how mystified
issues
you are
again.
by my anger.
Dorian, there's no need to.
I prefer the company of men. My father disapproves.
Okay,
I'll need you to...
that dialogue option always just like what is this? He's like, I prefer the company of men. My father doesn't approve. And then the Inquisitor's like, the company of men. It's like, you are clearly interested in men. You're romancing. And even if you're not, like, I'll need you to explain that. Like, what is that? What is that? You've been flirting with him. Why is that? It just doesn't make sense. I'm like, why was that put in like that? That dialogue option. I still think about that. I'm like, it's anyway.
Explain that.
Did I stutter? Men and the company thereof as in sex. Surely you've heard of it.
So like his response is appropriate because he's like,
I've more than heard of it, actually.
No. The Herald of Andraste. I am shocked and scandalized.
Such sarcasm.
You're not exactly subtle, O Lord Inquisitor.
I mean, you guys have been
I should
flirting,
have known
like...
that's what this was about.
What?
No. You don't get to make those assumptions.
His dad is like,
You know
oh.
nothing about the Inquisitor.
This is not what I wanted.
Like, bro, they flirted
never
like
what you
3
wanted,
times.
Father.
I don't think you have
Or
to...
had you forgotten?
I don't think you have to freak out like that.
That's a big
Right,
concern in
exactly,
Tevinter,
AD
then.
Legend.
Only if you're trying to live up to an impossible standard. Every Tevinter family is intermarrying to distill the perfect mage, perfect body, perfect mind, the perfect leader. It means every perceived flaw, every aberration is deviant and shameful. It must be hidden.
What are they gonna choose here?
So that's what all of this is about? Who you sleep with?
That's not all it's about.
Dorian, please. If you'll only listen to me.
He hasn't even said
Why?
anything yet. He's just been
So
like,
you can spout more
listen.
convenient lies? He taught me to hate blood magic, the resort of the weak mind. Those are his words. But what was the first thing you did when your precious heir refused to play pretend for the rest of his life?
God.
You tried to change me.
I
This is
only
so
wanted what
messed
was
up.
best for you.
You wanted
This
the
gets
best
me
for
every
you.
time, though.
Your fucking legacy. Anything for that.
Don't leave it like this, Dorian. You'll never forgive yourself.
I mean, I'm a total proponent of you
Tell
can
me
cut
why
toxic
you
people
came.
out of your life.
If I knew, I would drive you to the Inquisition.
Drive you to the
didn't.
Inquisition.
I joined the Inquisition because it's the right thing to do.
Like it's like the
Once.
horrible...
I had a father who would have known that.
He doesn't even say anything. He's just like, oh.
Once, I had a son who trusted me. A trust I betrayed. I only wanted to talk to him, to hear his voice again, to ask him to forgive me.
And the Inquisitor's like, okay, guys, bye. I have so many feelings about, I mean, this doesn't even relate to the romance, but in general, like that whole, but yeah, the pet peeve is Inquisition acts like he's the first person to ever live this. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, that dialogue option is like, oh, what do you mean? Explain that you're into the company of men. They also have weird questions about being trans. Yeah. Hopefully these things will be also improved on in the next game. Steventer's so magically advanced. Sperm donation. Oh yeah, don't even get me started on modding sexuality. Dorian's, yeah. Like, let's mod, no, yep, that's, yep. Yeah. Messed up.
He says we're alike. Too much pride. Once I would have been overjoyed
I
to
love
hear
all
him say
these
that.
scenes of this little alcove, like
Now I'm
looking
not
out
certain.
the
I don't know
window
if
and
I
the
can forgive
bookshelf.
He tried to change you.
Out of desperation. I wouldn't put on a show, marry the girl, keep everything unsavory, private and locked away. Selfish, I suppose. Not to want to spend
Oh,
my
that's such a
entire
good
life
line.
screaming on the inside.
That's such a good
He was
line.
going to do a blood ritual. Alter my mind. Make me
The music's really
acceptable.
good too.
I found out. I left.
Can blood magic actually do that?
Maybe. It could also have left me a drooling vegetable. It crushed me to think he found that absurd risk preferable to scandal.
God.
Part of me has always hoped he didn't really want to go through with it. If he had, I can't even imagine the person I would be now. I wouldn't like that.
He literally says, I wouldn't like that Dorian. What are you doing modding him?
Are you all right?
No, not really. Thank you for bringing me out there. It wasn't what I expected,
He gets
but
some closure, though.
it's something. Maker knows what you must think of me now, after that whole display.
Oh.
I don't think less of you. More, if possible.
The things
Oh.
you say.
I mean it.
My father never understood. Living a lie, it festers inside of you like poison. You have to fight for what's
No,
in
he
your
really won't
heart.
understand.
I agree.
Ooh. That was also pretty sudden, but like I feel it. Okay.
I see you enjoy playing with fire, Inquisitor. At any rate, time
They had to
drink
make a
myself into
magic.
stew.
I love that. It's like,
been that
ooh,
sort of day.
magey.
Join
Playing
me
with
sometime,
fire.
if you've a mind.
Oh, that was cute. Yeah, just so she could romance Dorian on her only playthrough. That's what Morgan made a male Inquisitor to romance Dorian too.
You have remarkably little here on early Tevinter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want
Comic,
20
it was nice to
volumes
have
on
you
whether
here. Have a
Divine
good
Galatea
night.
took a shit on Sunday, this
The
is
music
evidently
was
the place
really,
to find
really
it.
good.
That's the Dorian I know. Critiquing every book in my life.
I wouldn't have to if you could find some rebellious heretic archivist to join the cause.
Are there
He's
rebellious
such a
archivists?
nerd.
Other than you, that is.
If Corypheus ever starts burning masterworks of literature, I'm sure a few will pop up. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
No, I
is
almost
this
killed
about,
Brother
Dorian?
Genitivi in my
When
first
everyone
playthrough. I
returned,
was so...
They told us about your tumble into the abyssal rift.
That's a different
You went into
conversation.
the Fade. Physically went in. Are you... all right?
I like that he asks. I feel another cool thing about Dorian's character is he like. I feel like they gave him a lot of these conversations where he asks you about like how you're actually doing when things happen, and a lot of the characters, don't have those kinds of same check-ins. And I feel like they gave a lot of those moments to him so you can feel like, I don't know, it's just kind of nice when a companion's not just like only talking about their own past and their own problems, but then is like, oh, also, how are you? Because then you get to like role play out your character a little bit. Make girls so I can romance the lesbian characters. Yeah. Put gender restrictions on romances. Well, that's a fraught discussion because... Well, there are people that are like, well, have everything like Dragon Age 2, where you can romance anyone, no matter what gender. And then there's people also that have, I mean, even in the Inquisition too, they have like, oh, if you're a Qunari, you can't romance Cullen, and if you're, you can only romance Solus if you're an elf. And then like that's a whole other discussion also. But yeah, but there are characters where their sexuality is like fundamental to their character, and it's like important to have that representation. So I get the point of people saying like opening up romances where it's not like, some people like the model where you can just romance anyone. But also like there are characters where it's important that they are represented as the sexuality that they have.
I learned a surprising amount. What happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, for one?
Yeah, see, that's where I almost killed Genitivi in my Origins game. Because I was like, I can't let him tell everyone about this. And I was so ready to protect it.
In over 1,000 years.
And then I decided not to because I was like, that's a little bit
contemporaries entered the
over
Fade
the
and
top.
began the Blights. In comparison.
I wish you'd been there. Oh, that's so sweet.
It would have been easier if you'd been with me.
You can just flirt with him so much, I
But
feel
I'm rather
like.
glad I wasn't.
No sense of adventure? That's surprising.
I've not your talent for survival. And not everyone is as discerning as I. If you can walk in the Fade,
A mage-only romance. I feel like Solus is like close to that.
Corypheus has revealed. Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice: keep this quiet. Let them speculate.
But
too many will see this
it's
as a
not,
challenge.
you know, it's not mage restricted. It's just like you get special dialogue if you are a mage with him.
There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus's real name.
Okay.
If I can prove he was a grasping ankle biter with no family to speak of,
not the mother Giselle.
Come right off. Wish me luck.
Oh,
What's going on here?
I don't know what happens.
It seems the revered mother is concerned about my undue influence over you.
It is just concern. Your worship, you must know how this looks.
You might need to spell it out, my dear.
This man is of Tevinter. His presence at your side, the rumors alone.
What's wrong with him being from Tevinter, specifically?
Does this have to do with their relationship?
Not everyone from the Imperium is the same.
Like, does she talk about that,
Kind
or?
of you to notice. Yet still, you bow to the opinion of the masses.
The opinion of the masses is based on centuries of evidence. What would you have?
Because I don't remember what she says in the like.
The truth
non-romance
is I do not know
version.
you, and neither do they. Thus, these rumors will continue.
This happens for everyone. Okay. Let's see if it addresses. I don't remember if she like makes comments. I feel like I've heard people say she makes comments about them.
I'm aware of that. You risk, however,
because
not
it's from
only the
Tevinter.
Chancellery's
Okay.
opinion.
And if I asked from where these rumors originated?
I see. I meant no disrespect, Inquisitor. Only to ask after this man's intentions. If you feel he is without ulterior motive,
She's just talking about him like he's not there. This man. If you feel he has ulterior motives.
Well, that's something.
She didn't get to you, did she?
No. It takes more to get to me than thinly veiled accusations.
You don't think she'll do anything?
Do what? Yours is the good opinion I care about, not hers. It does make me wonder. Is my influence over you undue?
Oh. Only in a good way.
But it's the kind of undue influence I enjoy.
No one accused you of being politically astute.
Not today.
Oh my god.
I tease you too much, I know.
The Inquisitor just seems like...
Oh, I probably deserve it.
I'll have to find something we can do that doesn't involve teasing. Soon, ideally.
Ooh. Also, okay, there's a lot of flirting in this romance in comparison to the Josephine one. I don't know if that's because the Josephine romance is like a smaller romance because she's not a companion that you take with you. But I had another thought about it. I forget what it was. It's leaving my mind. Oh, we're going to get to the Tevinter Ball stuff soon. That's going to be exciting.
You seem very interested in my opinions.
Ooh.
I need to talk to you.
About how much you adore me, I assume? I hear that so often.
I was hoping to steal a moment alone with you.
I need to talk to you. Have it your way. But let's go where 100 onlookers won't think I'm...
I need to talk to you, he says. See, this is so cute. Ooh, it's kind of spicy. He has his hands on like his hips. But okay, the other kissing scenes like that are so much cuter than Cullen's. I feel like when I played it, I just got the Cullen, like, oh, let's kiss, and then you like go out on the battlements, and it's like this, like Cullen like smiles at you, and you have this like kiss out on the battlements. But those are way cuter and more like intimate.
I shall meet you at Skyhold.
I love you, Morrigan.
You
You have bad taste in men.
I know.
There was an ancient dowager looking for you. Said she had 12 daughters.
They
I
look
told
good
her
in
you'd
those
left
outfits
already.
too.
You can thank me later or
These
now.
people really pull off these
You
outfits,
look
I
lost
feel.
in thought. Something on your mind?
The poor Duchess.
I'm just worn out. Tonight has been very long.
You won. You saved the day. Literally, the day is saved. You should be celebrating. Enjoy yourself while you can.
While you can. It sounds like a
What
threat.
you need is a distraction. I have just the thing. Let's dance.
Yes. Don't you dare say no.
I was hoping you'd ask.
What if you're just like, no?
Thank goodness one of us has a little initiative.
Oh my god. They're so fun together. Yeah, they're Inquisition. That's what the Inquisitor. I was going to say that, like, I think this is my first time seeing like a male Inquisitor really in any kind of depth in any of these scenes. And like, I don't know, I actually kind of like them. Like, I like this better than when I watched like Male Shepherd so far in those romances. He just seems like very cute. Also in these flirtations with Dorian is like very like it feels like the Inquisitor's the one that's like pining after Dorian a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he has like a crush.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
We can just relax together. Oh, that's sweet too. Yeah, not everyone likes dancing. Ooh!
Personally, I'll remember our dance.
There could have been more corpses about. Although I suppose we could have tripped over them.
You're a grim young man, Dorian.
Nonsense. I simply
Look, it
enjoyed
feels like the
drama.
Inquisitor's
I hope
like
you tried the ham they were serving
such
by
a
the way.
fan of Dorian
Instead of despair.
in this romance.
I need to talk to you.
About how much you adore me, I assume? I hear that so often.
A heated debate with a man outside Skyhold. Doesn't seem to be the case. A merchant from Valrayo.
Inquisitor. Good, good. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
Is it now?
Do forgive me, Inquisitor.
His
but when
eyebrow
I
is
heard
like...
of your
Yeah, we need to end this.
I could not resist.
Oh,
You
shoot.
see, the young man sold me a rather valuable amulet many months ago. Then he returned, asking to buy it back. Why would I simply sell it? Not only is it useful, there are others who could offer much more. Provided, of course, you desire the amulet for your friend.
Aren't you a merchant? Why not just sell it back?
I am not a fence, monsieur. I only bought your friend's amulet because of what it is. I do business.
Hi, thanks for
in the
checking in. I'm
Imperium.
still a
Having
piece of
birthright, even
garbage.
one not your own, is most useful.
Om guy
in
finally made it to a
select
stream. D-lol.
situations.
Serpent
That's why I
Knight!
gave
Thank you so much for the 21. How are you? What armor is Cassandra wearing? Honestly, I didn't even look. Let me see. We'll see it again in a second. Thank you so much, Serpent Knight. How are you doing? It's good to see you.
the young man so much. If you
I was just staring at the
relinquish it,
Inquisitor in
how
this
is that
guy.
by doing?
Oh! That's kind of cool. I don't know. It looks like,
You want something from me. What would you like?
The League de Celestine is an organization.
I
of
don't know. It
wealthy
reminds me
noblemen in
of
Orlais.
Divine
I
Armor.
would
Is that what
join,
it is?
but I
Oh,
lack
from
the
Trespasser.
lineage. If someone like you applied pressure, they would admit me. That
Interesting.
would be worth the return of the amulet.
It reminds me kind of like the
Perhaps
Dragon
you
Age
haven't heard the
Origins,
news from the Winter
Kaelin's
Palace or the part I played there.
all gold
Well,
armor.
Yes, but
I didn't realize an Orlesian merchant could be so blasé
I love his
about
yellow
defending
eyes.
the imperial throne of Orlais.
forgive me, your worship. If it is your desire, I will have the amulet delivered to Skyhold immediately. Please, just think of me kindly. I meant no offense.
I'll see to it.
Fancy meeting you here.
I have your amulet.
I have something for you.
Nice little cutscene.
Here it is.
It's the Papa's birthright. How did you... Why?
I got myself into this. I sold
Why?
it because I was desperate. I wanted to get it back on my own. What I didn't want is to be indebted to you or anyone. Now I am.
Oh, he's very defensive about this.
Why were you even trying to get it back?
When I left home, I
It's like,
wanted
"Don't
nothing
help
so
me."
much as to divest myself of anything belonging to my family. But when I spoke to my father, he noticed it was gone. He asked
I like
about it.
Dorian's hair.
It was childish to sell it. I love my country, and this... it's a symbol. It means I'm part of it. You must think I'm foolish and sentimental.
Oh my god, he's so defensive.
The amulet's important to you. Why would wanting it be foolish?
And you went and retrieved it for me. Now I'm in your debt.
Oh my god, he's like...
I didn't do this so you would be indebted to me, Dorian. I did it for you.
That's the problem.
Oh.
How is that a problem?
Someone intelligent would cozy up to the Inquisitor if they could. It'd be foolish not to. He can open doors, get you whatever you want, shower you with gifts and power. That's what they'll say. I'm the Magister who's using you.
Very thoughtful about this.
Is that all? Go ahead and use me, Dorian. Or are you all talk?
Ooh.
Oh, you are glorious. I am apparently an incredible ass at accepting gifts.
He got so pissed.
I apologize.
Yeah,
and
use
thank
me.
you.
Oh. Well, they're making up already. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I got mad. That was kind of cute.
I'm going to stop before I say something syrupy, but I won't forget this.
Syrupy.
And I will repay you. Count on it.
They have so much like teasing,
Been
like,
to horses lately, by
oh.
chance?
Not recently.
Do when you have the time. There's something there that might interest you.
Did he just tell you to go to his room?
I should go.
This is so much more fleshed out than the Josephine romance.
It's all very nice, this flirting business. I am, however, not a nice man. So here is my proposal. We dispense with the chit-chat.
I'd be like,
and move
that's
on to
all I need to
something
hear.
more primal. It'll set tongues wagging, of course. Not that they aren't already wagging.
They're so like performative
I
in the way
suppose
that
it
they're
really depends.
acting.
How bad does the Inquisitor want to be?
What is this romance?
I thought you'd never ask.
I like playing hard to get.
And
I
now,
would be like,
I'm gotten.
like at this point, the effort has already gone like way beyond the necessary threshold.
I like your quarters.
Do you now?
Speaking of butts,
Don't misunderstand. I'm not
there's like
suggesting
fireflies
we venture
around
into
him. What
mutual
is that?
domesticity.
Is that magic?
I
Is
just
he
like
doing
your
that?
appearance.
Ah,
Not that I couldn't suggest some changes. Your taste is a little austere.
Redecorate. I agree.
you seem a little distracted.
Sex will do that. It's distracting.
I heard a rumor.
Very well, you've rooted me out. There is something I want. I'm curious where this goes, you and I.
Oh.
We've had fun. Perfectly
Oh, here comes
reasonable
the
to leave it here. Get on
communication
with the
pit.
business of killing
Okay.
archdemons and such.
Yeah, this is so like the Josephine romance was okay. The Josephine romance was very lovely. I loved it. But I feel like there's so much more like detail and stuff in this one. And I don't just mean just the spicy stuff, but like
Tell me what you want.
All on me, then.
Should it be all on me?
look at his cute little face. He's like,
I like you. more than I should. More than might be wise. We ended here, I walk away. I won't be pleased, but I'd rather now than later. Later.
Oh, he wants
be
to be
dangerous.
with you.
Why dangerous?
He's so dramatic, like
Walking
low
away
key
might be harder then.
dramatic. He's like,
I want more than just fun, Dorian. Speechless, I see.
I was expecting something different.
oh.
Where I come from, anything between two men, it's about pleasure. It's accepted, but taken no further. You learn not to hope for more. You'd be foolish to.
So let's be foolish.
Let's
Odd
be
habit to break.
foolish.
I'm good at breaking things.
Hello,
Hopefully
Emperor.
not everything. Care to inquisit me again?
Oh,
I'll be more specific in my directions this time. Show off.
wow. I'm actually so jealous of this too. Like, I will say also the only romances I've seen aside from this one so far are the Josephine romance and the Cullen romance that I did. And the Cullen romance is kind of similar to the Josephine romance, I would say, in terms of like how fleshed out it is and everything else. But this is like you could have like a whole storybook just about this romance.
What happened at the Elven Temple? It's got me thinking. I should go back, shouldn't I? To Tevinter. Once this is done. If we're still alive. All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it? Nothing.
He has one of those really poofy chairs too. This is just, yeah, it's a good, like the dialogue is good.
You would just leave.
They have such good
What about
chemistry.
Us?
It's sweet.
me,
It's
Alexis.
also really
It
spicy.
would give me
Like,
no pleasure to leave your side. You make monumental decisions affecting the entire world. How can I not consider some of my own?
don't leave.
Why don't I go with you?
Take you away from all this? I can't ask that of you.
You don't have to ask. I'm offering.
Tempting. We both know you would end up doing it all yourself. As much as watching my homeland beaten into submission would amuse me, this is something I need to do.
This is like the Jaw
If
thing where he's
that's
like,
what
I
you
could
have to
leave.
do, I understand.
There you go. Breaking my heart. This is your fault, remember? You inspired me with your marvelous antics. You're shaping the world, for good or ill. How could I aspire to do any less? If it means proving that Tevinter can be better, that there's hope even for my homeland, I would do anything.
Well, it's like, that's pretty sad, but it's also kind of like, hello, Manilio, happy Friday! Yeah, I want to see Sarah's romance too. I haven't seen that, but it's sad that he's like, I want to go and do all this stuff back home, but it's kind of cool because that's like, I don't know, that's what love is, you know? Like, he's like, oh, well, you being who you are kind of inspires me to be, like, to care about this and be this way too. Oh, look, it's Corypheus!
Not like this.
We love our Darkspawn. Dumat! Invoke Dumat for us just once!
Dumat, ancient ones of
Yes!
If you exist, if you ever truly existed, aid me now!
Yeah, GL. I need to get that, yeah. Dumat, Dumat. Is Dorian gonna do something here? Or did they just include this for the epic? That stinking orb. Solus.
You wanted into the Fade.
This is so... Okay, the... It's been so long since I've actually seen this.
I was passing through the hall this morning and a serving girl saw me and squealed. Actually squealed, dropped her laundry and it was such a mess. She was completely breathless.
You were at the battle with the evil one, weren't you?
With the evil one.
I didn't even get a chance to answer. She hugged me. Hugged me.
Hugged me.
Admitted you're having
So
a
does your
ball.
ally show up if it's like
Don't
Cullen
trust
or
camaraderie, always
Josephine?
people smiling, buying me drinks. It's unnatural. Mind you, I can't say I hate the notion of being the good Tevinter. I suppose you can't all be evil bastards. The blacksmith said that, and he spat when we first met. I hope my father hears. He will shit his small clothes from shock, I swear.
I'm happy you're here, after all that's happened.
I fully expected to die. It would have been thematically
I
appropriate.
expected to die. Thematically appropriate. I love
All
that.
those songs they would have composed.
There will still be songs.
Yes, but they won't have the same gravitas. We'll just have to be satisfied with being alive. And together. I've decided to return to Tevinter.
See, I would be so sad about that, though.
Too many
You get a hug from Cullen and Josie. Oh.
It'll be hard
Good
enough
job.
to leave, but
Why do I always romance the person who's, like, not a companion?
Oh, please. We both know that won't happen. Going somewhere, Amatus?
Amatus.
You didn't think one
Love.
brief chat would be enough, did you?
Oh.
You do know we have all the time in the world now.
You say that, but I'm not waiting until the sky splits open again.
YOLO. Ooh. Yeah, that's
See?
true, Cake.
Much better. Yes, I'm sure you have all the things to say. 2 things in private before you run off. First, you are terribly dull and I hate you.
I love their relationship. It's so...
What's the second?
This is really good. I like it.
I hope this ends soon.
That's cute.
Ole is on your side, Lord Parvis. The Inquisition support is not a thing to lose
So this must be
lightly.
Trespasser?
Which is why the Orlesian court is circling it with a net and collar?
Oh.
But you'll have to excuse me. I see an old friend I must
An
meet.
old friend. Oh.
Inquisitor, how long has it been? Don't actually tell me. I despise feeling old. It's good to see you, my friend.
My friend. I would be so hurt. I'd be like, he's calling me friend. Literally hugging from behind. I know, I love that. I love that.
Thrilled to be at the Exalted Council, Lord Parvis.
Oh.
I know, I'd be like,
Orlais wants the Inquisition tamed, Ferelden
Hello?
wants it gone, the Chantry medals, and Tevinter sends but one ambassador. That's me, by the way.
I hope it recovers.
A reward for my interest in the South. Thankfully, Ambassador Parvis is a token
Because
appointment.
the Josephine
Call on
Trespasser
me as you
romance
like.
stuff wasn't as... I feel like it could have been more romantic, and it wasn't. So I'm worried this one's...
Eloquent dwarf you know. Sparkles.
Oh my god.
Speech! Way too much speech.
Varric, there's really no need.
What's going on?
Inquisitor! You're just in time. Sparkles, the Imperium doesn't deserve you. Or want you.
Right?
It may even kill you. But we'll miss
Like,
you.
I need something...
counts.
If you make my romance companion come back, I want them to be, like...
And you
so in
didn't
love
know.
with me, you know?
Okay, folks. Time to take the party elsewhere.
Like, don't make them just show up to be like, meh.
Tama never wanted any. I swear.
Leave him.
Bull passed out, yeah. Maybe they'll still have a moment. I don't know. There's still some time left. I'm worried. I'm nervous for how this is gonna go. Like, I would be, like, freaking out.
It's true. When the Exalted Council has ended, I'm going back to Tevinter. For good, this time.
I'd be like, hello?
You know I'll miss you.
I don't want to leave, Amatus. My father is dead.
At least he's calling you love again.
Assassinated, I believe. I received notice
Rip
this
his
morning.
father.
A perversely cheerful letter congratulating me on
Yeah,
assuming
like,
the seat
where's
in the
the-
Magisterium. We only met a few times while I was home. He didn't say anything about keeping me as his heir. This ambassadorship, his doing, I'm told. He must have wanted me away when the trouble began. I have to go back.
Special. Please let there be something romantic here.
What of us? This is it, then?
Nonsense. There will always be an us. We'll just be farther apart for a time. Now, don't pout. They'll put that
I was
expression
literally-
on the statue, and then you'll be sorry.
You think this is funny?
Nothing about this is funny. I am sorry.
Like, I get
What it's
it, but
worth.
also...
I know it was complicated, but I'm sorry about your father.
Yeah, I
Thank
agree.
you.
The romances aren't
It still doesn't feel
very
real.
acknowledged in this DLC from what I've
So
seen
you'll
so far.
truly be a Magister?
Oh, yes.
Like, they're very, like,
I can't
tamed
wait to
down.
degrade the Magisterium with my presence. A new outfit is required.
And then what?
I find my father's killers and kill them back. Then I find those giving Tevinter a bad name and kill them. They're most likely the same people, so that should make the job easier.
I could help you.
You'll need help. I could go with you.
Not this time, Amatus. I won't be entirely without support.
Salt, hello.
Mayveris has gathered
How
other
are
magisters
you?
who feel as we do. We'll be an actual faction
It's
in the
good to see
Magisterium.
you.
I'll teach them manners, take them shopping. It'll be fun.
This is so sad.
We've been expecting you.
I'm
I
sad.
wish you safe travels and the best of luck.
Oh, I'll need it, thank you. Magister's
Like,
a
I would
tricksy
be...
bastard. A present. A going-away present. It's a sending crystal. Amazing what friendship with the Inquisition gives you access to. If I get in over my head, or you're overwhelmed with sorrow for lack of my velvety voice...
Wait, is it like a cell phone?
Magic. What? You didn't think I would just leave and you'd never hear from me again, did you? You are the man I love,
Oh,
Amatus.
okay. Well, finally he's saying...
Nothing will truly keep us apart.
I'd be like, I need more than that. I mean, finally we got some, like, acknowledgement of feelings. I feel like they're so stingy with the romance in this DLC. Like, the characters are, like, so in love in the main game, and then you go to the DLC and they're like...
Now let's finish the good wine before the others get back.
And they're kind of like,
Liliana told us about what happened with your hand.
Why didn't you say something?
And it seems like they're kind of like, oh, I've, like, you know, calmed down my affection for you. Like, it's very, like, more business-like. Like, Josephine's was like that, too. And I get that she was, like, all stressed out about what was happening with the Inquisition. But has the Rona? No, Salt. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But it's the same thing with Dorian's, where, like, I get that he's going off to do this thing that's clearly important to his character, but, like, at least give them some, like, good, mushy content before that. I don't know. Like, they just act so, like, business-like.
I don't know, something.
I could have done something.
Whatever happens, I wouldn't trade the years
Oh, this
we've
is so
had
sad.
together for anything. I love you.
I knew you would break my heart, you bloody bastard.
Let us show all who would cross the Inquisition the price of their mistake.
Not lose
Oh, he's
the
so
Inquisition
worried.
now. We stand on the brink of war with the Canary.
Yes, because this Solas provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not
The
cause
Solus.
this threat. We informed the summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Canary spies inside your organization.
That was a cute
Without
little
our
dialogue there
organization,
with
you would not be allowed to
Dorian.
No one has forgotten what he has
Tegan!
done, but Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisition.
Oh my god. Who is this man, Tegan? I love that all of these options are just like aggressive. I need to play this DLC, you guys. I don't know.
You all know what this is.
Okay.
A writ from Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition.
This is a little past
We
the
pledge to
romance
close the
content,
breach,
but
find those responsible and restore order, with or without anyone's approval.
Cassandra's smiling.
It
She's
wasn't
like,
a formally
order.
authorized treaty that saved Ferelden's people. It wasn't careful diplomacy that ended your inane civil war. It was never about the organization. It was about people doing what was necessary.
I like this Inquisitor
Now, if you'll
voice
excuse me, I have
actor.
a world to save. Again. Effective immediately. The Inquisition is disbanded.
Okay, now we get the cute little end scene, right? There's Cullen. I have never even seen the Cullen romance. I need to watch that in the DLC. Because, like, technically that was mine. I never got to see it. Slash play it. Varric's staring at Cassandra. He's in love. And then they leave and then they come back. Yeah, the romance. I feel they could have been so much stronger. Like, Cullen, what are you doing? And there he is. I feel like it's about to be like, bye, I'm leaving to Deventer now. Dorian returned to Deventer to take his father's place in the Magisterium. Look at that drawing. Ooh. Rumors flew about the Imperium's infighting. Dorian was spoken of often as a voice of resistance against corruption. Along with Magister Maverus Tilani, he formed a group called the Lucerni to restore and redeem Deventer, a fight many thought hopeless. Magister Pavus's ally said his greatest strength lay in the lover he left in the south, but still conversed with via the message crystal. They have cell phones. It's long distance, but they're good. Some claim to have seen the Inquisitor in the streets of Minrathous on rare occasions. Oh, I bet. Sneaking into the heart of Deventer to aid his Amatus. Anyway, then there's this scene. I don't think this really... This is just the Solus thing. We have to go after Solus. Anyway, that was... Okay, so the romance was really good. Like, aside from a few small things that we talked about along the way, they had great chemistry. It was sweet. It was spicy. It was so much more in-depth than the Josephine romance and my Cullen romance. Like, I don't remember my Cullen romance being that in-depth. I feel like we might rewatch the Cullen one anyway, because it's been like 7 years since I played it, and I barely remember it. But like, I really liked the romance, but I'm really disappointed by the DLC presentations of the romances. And I thought maybe it was just Josephine's last night, because Josephine is an advisor and she's like working. But here with Dorian too, it was like, yeah, some sweeter moments came at the end. But it really just felt like I would be so, can you imagine being like so in love with someone? You have such like a fiery romance and you talk about your future and all of this. And then the next time you see them, like years later, they're just like, oh, hey, my friend. And he wasn't even doing it on purpose. Like he wasn't trying to be like my friend to like spite you. It was just like how they wrote it. They just wrote it so casually. Like I would be so crushed. But that's why I like him with Bull. They actually meet up. Oh, that's cute. That's how he flirts all along. Wait, are you talking about Varric and Cassandra? Yeah, so it's like I could have used more in the DLCs for both of these romances we've watched so far. I haven't seen the Cullen stuff in the DLC, so I can't really compare that because this is all of the Trespasser stuff I've seen so far has been in these last two videos. But yeah, I really liked the romance. It was I feel like they had a lot of good chemistry. I loved Dorian's dialogue. I don't know. It was like a good combination of it just hit a bunch of different things. Like it was cute, it was sweet, it was spicy, they had good chemistry, like they had good friendship. It had like a little bit of everything, I feel. And most of the romances tend to be like, oh, like Josephine's was very kind of like cutesy and loving, and this one had like a mixture of a bunch of different things. So I don't know. I liked it.